Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Spigen T, man. Once again, back with some more case videos, but today we're doing the Spigen case lineup review for the Google Pixel 6 Pro. And of course, as always, shout out to Spigen for always looking out for the channel. Now, we do have 6 cases: Thin Fit, Liquid AIr, Ultra Hybrid. You guys already seen the review of the Ultra Hybrid case, so I may not do this, or you know what, I'll probably just include it. Ultra Hybrid, Rugged Armor, Tough Armor, and the Slim Armor CS. So you already know how I do when the Spigen case videos go. I'll be sure to drop the timestamps down below so you can click on which case you want to see. I'm not expecting you to watch the whole entire case, but if you do, y'all the goats for that. But let's go ahead and jump into it, man. Usually from the least protective, we're going to go ahead and move to the most protective. All right, up first is going to be the Thin Fit. So let's go ahead and snatch this up out. And this always tends to make a mess when I review these cases. We're going to try to keep it all together. But here it is. This is going to be the Spigen Thin Fit. As you can see, man, you have that matte-ish kind of rubbery feel material on the back. You get that Spigen logo there. On that left side, you know it's going to be completely closed. On that right is where you're going to get your buttons, your power, your volume up and down. As you know, these are the buttons that do have the air slits in it. Always got to make a note of that. Take it over on the back, you see that big old camera bar there, and yeah, your cutouts on the bottom. So let's go ahead and slap the sorta sunny Google Pixel 6 Pro in here and let's take a look. So the thing about some of these cases, man, is Google has such dope colors, but when you slap a lot of these cases on, you just negate the color altogether and you don't know what color the phone is. And that's exactly what's going on here with the Thin Fit. So let's go ahead and take a look around the case, completely closed. Take a look at that bottom. As you can see, your cutouts are spot on. Power button, buttons perfect, very nice and tactile buttons. Taking a look at that top, you get that cutout for that microphone, and on the back you see that whole camera bar is protected. Now taking a look at that late on interior protection, of course, now right now I am not rocking a screen protector of any sort. I had one up here, but I did end up taking it off. But right now I'm not rocking any screen protector, and it does have a lip on the top and on the bottom, so when you put it on, it's down on his face first. You definitely should be protected. It won't be resting on the face. And as it comes for drop protection, I mean, it's the Thin Fit. It's one of the most least protective Spigen cases that they offer, but I think for a little light to medium drops, you probably will be good with this case. How does it fit on the phone? You know, that's one of the most important aspects of a phone. So taking a look at the top, pulls fairly easy, but it doesn't feel like anything that'll get loose over time, so it does snap right back into place. Coming along the left side, no give. Super snug all along the left side, no give there. Coming along the bottom kind of pulls a little easy, okay? The bottom does pull just a little bit easy, but it's nothing terrible. My personal experience, I haven't had any Spigen cases start drooping down there. And coming along the side, everything seems pretty good. It's set right there when it gets to that power button, and the volume up and down has a little bit of pull right there, but it's not terrible. So overall, the fit is pretty decent on it. Does have a little bit of droopage down here at the bottom, but I feel like it does snap right back into place. And how does it feel in your hand? It definitely feels pretty good. We all know this Google Pixel 6 Pro is like a bar of soap, man. This thing will slide literally out of anywhere. I don't want to run a case on it, but you have to because the thing is just so slippery. But when you add something like the Thin Fit up there, it definitely gives it enough grip while keeping the phone fairly thin. All right. So one thing that I think a lot of people want to know is if the tap function works with cases. So let's double tap on the back. And as you see, I have mine set to take a screenshot. So it works just fine with that double tap once you kind of finesse the double tap, but it works just fine with the double tap when it comes to cases. And dropping down on wireless charging, as you can see right there, it works just fine with the wireless charging. So here it is, the least protective of the bunch, the Spigen Thin Fit. Next up, let's go ahead and bring the Liquid AIr. So let's go ahead and get the Liquid AIr in here. Let's see what it's about. Put that down to the bottom and let's go ahead and take a look at it. Now the thing about this, between this and the Thin Fit, is the Liquid AIr is going to be more of your flexible, bendable TPU style case. On the inside, you do get some of that Spigen signature design on the inside, and on the sides here, you do get the little grippy grips on the side that goes all around the phone. On the sides, not all the way around, but just the sides, you get that grippy. You get some of that Spigen there. Cutouts are good. Same buttons on the back, with that back bar protected with that nice signature Liquid AIr design on the back. So let's go ahead and throw Pixel 6 Pro in here and let's take a look. Kind of looks similar to the Thin Fit. You're really doing this phone just an injustice by putting these cases on this beautiful phone, but hey, we got to protect our investment. So let's go ahead and take a look. And once again, left side's completely closed. Cutouts are good to go. Buttons, taking all these pictures, but buttons are just fine there, and cutout is good there. camera bar is protected, and you got that lay on the table protection for the camera as well. Taking a look at that lay on the table protection, you get those same bars on the top and on the bottom. So when you set it down on its face, you definitely should be good to go. You're not resting it on the actual face itself. And the same thing when it comes to drop protection with this case, I think you'll be good to light to medium drops with the Liquid AIr. Definitely nothing that's going to be heavy duty protection. How does it fit on the phone? Taking a look at the top. Definitely more snug than the Thin Fit. So you get a little bit more material on the top, and you can feel it, just a thicker material at the top. Coming along the sides, you gotta pull a little bit, but you really gotta pull a good bit, but it's not a deal breaker. It isn't terrible. Come along the bottom, you still get a little pull, definitely not as easy as a Thin Fit. Overall, you can tell this case has stronger material, stronger rubber, like thicker rubber. And then come along the sides, of course, you're gonna have that give when it comes to the volume up and down and the power button. Overall, once this phone case snaps in, I don't think you'll have any issues with it coming off or anything like that. So the fit is definitely pretty good. And how does it feel in your hands? This feels perfect in my hands. Combined with the material of the Liquid AIr already, and then you combine it with the grips on the side, you're looking at a very nice grippable experience, and I do like it while keeping the phone fairly thin, because that's one thing I love about the Pixel 6 Pro is its thin profile, and you get to keep that when you're running this Liquid AIr case. Let's go ahead and unlock it. Tap back on the back works just fine with this case, and dropping it down on wireless charging works just fine with the wireless charging. So here it is. This is going to be the Spigen Liquid AIr. Next up is going to be the Ultra Hybrid. Now, like I said, man, I've already reviewed this case, but let's just go ahead and run through it real quick once again so I can show you what's going on with it. This is one of my favorite cases. Of course, you already know the Ultra Hybrid. I think I might have said Liquid AIr, but the Ultra Hybrid. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is the all clear version. So I haven't done the all clear version. When I did the original review of the Ultra Hybrid, I did the black and clear version, but this is going to be the all clear, so you can show off the complete color of your Pixel 6 Pro. So let's go ahead and get into this. Same thing, just like always, everything is going to be the exact same when it comes to this case, but except this is going to be that completely clear, so you can really show off the beautiful color, especially if you do have that sort of sunny, which kind of grew on me. Didn't really care for it at first, but the color did grow on me over time. So if you have that case right here, you can definitely rock it, and it definitely looks good. So taking a look at it, everything is once again is going to remain the same. That microphone there on the bottom, at the top, completely closed on the left. Buttons and everything, the cutouts are spot on. Buttons are perfect. And of course, your camera is protected with that camera bar that's raised up. So all these phones, they know these cases give you that camera protection, because we know there's some big boy cameras on this, but as they should be, because they're amazing cameras. So let's just go ahead and take a look at that lay on the table protection. Same top bar, same bottom bar. So when you're setting it down on the ground, you definitely should be good. You shouldn't be resting it on the face. Definitely good in that category. Once again, drop protection when it comes to the Ultra Hybrid is just going to be the same as the other two that we've already reviewed. Nothing heavy duty drop protection, but if you're a medium to light drop, you definitely should be covered. Taking a look at how it fits on the phone. Now I know this thing is going to fit like a champ. So going at that top, super duper snug on that top. Coming along the sides, you have to really pull it to give it any give. Coming down to the bottom, very, very stiff. This is the best bottom so far on a Spigen case that we reviewed yet. Coming down the sides, very stiff as well. And then, of course, you're going to have a little give when it comes to those buttons. Very, very nice fit when it comes to this Ultra Hybrid. And how does it fit in the hand? You already know it's a clear case. All right, so you're going to get those fingerprints. It's going to be a little bit slippery. I wish more clear cases gave us grips on the side, because hey, yo, clear cases need some love too when it comes to the grip category. So I wish they gave it to us, but we don't have it here, but it's all good. All in all, very nice case. If you want to rock clear case, this is going to be the one for you. And taking that, all right. There it is, the double tap function. You got to find that sweet spot. Double tap function works just fine, bringing it around on the wireless charging. Wireless charging works just fine as well. So here it is. This is going to be the Spigen Ultra Hybrid for the Pixel 6 Pro. Alrighty, next up, let's go ahead and take a look at the rugged armor. So here's another one. Kind of reminds you of the Liquid AIr, except it kind of gives you a little bit more material when we're talking about it. So on the inside, you're going to get that signature design, just like your Liquid AIr. As well, like your Liquid AIr, you are going to get those grips that go along the side. On the back, instead of getting that little triangle type design, you just kind of get a matte-ish looking design. You kind of have some faux looking carbon fiber here, and on the, you already know what we gotta do. We get that tight material right here when it comes to the camera bump. So let's go ahead and slap it on right here. And let's go ahead and take a look at the rugged armor itself. So left side completely closed, top you get that cutout for that microphone, all the cutouts on the bottom. Buttons nice and tactile, camera is protected. Take a look at that layer on tear protection. You get those same two top and bottom lips, so you're definitely good when sitting down on the table. When it comes to drop protection, you are probably going to get some of that same medium type of drop protection. Now, how does it fit on the phone? Oh boy, I thought the Ultra Hybrid gave us a king fit, but this fits very good as well. So top, hard to pull, coming along the sides, you can do it, but you got to put a lot of force into it. Coming along the bottom, very, very stiff. Although it does bend, it is very snug and stiff. Coming along the right side of it, of course, you're going to have that casual give. So the fit of this bad boy is good. And once it's up here, yeah, nice snap. You do not have to worry about this bad boy coming out. Definitely a good fit. And how does this feel in your hands? Feels very, very good. Gives you that same nice grip that I like to see, especially when we come with the grips on the sides. Give us that same level of grip. Keeps the phone fairly thin. Feels good. Okay, I'm not getting a double tap to work with this case. So there we go. There it is. So you got to put a little bit more pressure into this double tap, or I'm tapping this thing like a madman. So it works. You just got to put a little bit more pressure into it. And maybe I just haven't found a sweet spot to do that double tap, but it does seem to work just fine when it do a double tap. And dropping down on wireless charging, of course, it works fine with wireless charging. So here it is. This is going to be the rugged armor for the Pixel 6 Pro. Next up, we have the Slim Armor CS. So this is going to be my card slot. This is for my people who love the card slots on their cases, who want to go out and rock cards with the cases. You don't want to carry a wallet or anything like that. You can add a little bit of extra bulk in the expense that you only carry this and you don't have to carry your phone case and your wallet. So you kind of have a good little trade-off, you know what I mean? But let's go ahead and take a look at it. The same signature Spigen on the inside. You get those same. We don't have to go over the buttons and the cutouts. You already know they're on point when it comes to Spigen, all right? So we're just going to get right to it. So slapping the case in, one thing about the Slim Armor CS, it is going to give you a nice little bit of bulk because it has to have somewhere that's going to store those cards. Slide it out. You see Slim Armor CS in there. You get that Spigen branding right there. Any more Spigen branding? No, nowhere around. Your little lanyard hole right here at the bottom. So if that's something that you want to rock out with, coming with the fit of these always have the best fit just because of the thicker, just the pure thickness of material that they provide for these cases. So take a look, man. We're jumping ahead. All right, we're jumping ahead. Let's go to the buttons. Very nice and tactile. Buttons are just fine. Lay on tail protection. You get those same nice little raised lip. Now, with this case, I feel like we're upping that protection just a little bit because the case is so thick on the sides. I do feel like this will definitely take more of a drop than the previous cases that we've already done. I think this one and the next one that you already know, which is the Spigen OG, can take better drop protection, drops. Take better drops, all right? So I think you'll be good with the Slim Armor CS when it comes to dropping the case. I think you'll be pretty good. Buttons work fine. Lay on tail protection is good. How does it feel on the phone? Like I said, it definitely has one of the tightest fits when it comes to a case. Sides don't budge at all. Bottom, very, very stiff. Come along that right side, you get a little bit of budge right here when it comes to the buttons, but very stiff. The Slim Armor CS just uses more just stiffer rubber when it comes to their cases. And yeah, how does it fit in your hands? Like I said, it definitely adds a little bit of bulk to it. You got those two cards. I don't have cards right now really accessible. This do holds up to 2 cards. Put those cards in there, close them down. You'll definitely be good to go. And it still works with the tap back, all right? So still works just fine with the tap back. I was surprised. I didn't think it would work with the tap back, just doing with this on the back. So it definitely still works with the tap back. One thing I don't think it's going to work with though is going to be, well, works also with wireless charging as well. So hold up, let's go ahead and get 2 cards. I got to test it. I can't leave you guys with a half-baked review. Let me go get 2 cards and we're going to see if both of those features work still. Hold on. All right, so let's slide that wireless charger here because we're coming back to it. So we have our little fake little cards here. So let's go ahead and put 2 cards, just like it stated, 2 card slot. Now let's see if the double the tap still works. That tap back still works on the back. It just works that fine. And let's see if wireless charging works with the cards in there. Oh, it does. Yo, that is the first time I think a Slim Armor CS has worked with cards with wireless charging. So, yo, Spigen, good job with the Slim Armor CS for the Google Pixel 6 Pro. So, yeah, even with the 2 cards inserted, as you guys can see here, it does work with the tap back and it does work with wireless charging. So here it is. This is going to be the Slim Armor CS. And last but not least, the big OG, triple OG of the Spigen case lineup. This is going to be the heavy dutyest, most protectionist case that they have to offer. And we are talking about the Tough Armor. So let's get all this to the side here. And let's go ahead and take a look at it. You know it's that Tough Armor right away when you see two things, all right? You see that signature material here with that shock absorption material, and you see when you get those flat buttons. You already know what time it is, and we are rocking with the Tough Armor. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. You do get a kickstand right here. You already know the kickstands on the Tough Armor cases just aren't my favorite, but you know, I guess they serve the purpose. You know, it is what it is. So you got to talk about it for a second. And you get that bar for your camera there. Buttons, like I said, this is what's big or different about these. Volume up, down, flat buttons. Power button is a very textured button. So that's pretty good to see, knowing that all the buttons are on the same side and you need something to kind of differentiate them. So let's go ahead and pop the Tough Armor in, and this bad boy definitely adds a little bit of heft, but everything is all good. Checking out the cutouts, spot on. Let's check those buttons since they are different. Nice and tactile. Volume up and down feels good as well. Cutout for that top is good. And of course, that camera is recessed down in here. And you can put it down on the table flat and not have to worry about any type of wiggling or anything like that, because it makes the whole bar flat. That's crazy how this case is such of a thicker protective case that it made this seem like a flush camera module. That's crazy to see right there. But you know, it is what it is with the Tough Armors. Take a look at that layer on tail protection. You do get that lip top and the bottom, so you'll be good when you're setting this face down. But when it comes to drop protection of this bad boy, I do feel like I can throw it across the room. Now, am I gonna do it? Of course not, but you can definitely take a drop when it comes to the Tough Armor, because that's what they are known for, all right? They're known for the tough protection that they provide, and I definitely think that you will be good to go when it comes to this. Now, how does the Tough Armor fit? I lied, okay? I said the Ultra Hybrid fit the best. I lied. I said the Slim Armor CS fit the best. I lied, because the Tough Armor, I forgot, fits the best out of all of them, all right? So top, can't even get it to budge. Coming along the sides, super snug. You cannot get it to move one bit. Coming down to the bottom, you get a little pull, but you really got to get to it. And coming along the right side, it gives a little bit right here by the volume up and down buttons and the power button, but very, very tight, snug fitting case. Just crazy how good this case is if you're looking for something that has a more of a heavy duty style protection. And of course, how does it feel in your hands? Adds a little bit of thickness. All right, that's just what it is. It's going to add a little bit of thickness, but the sides being more, you know, tight on the angles, I think it provides a good grip, you know, a good grip texture for it, as well with this matte texture that goes on with the back. I do feel like that provides you a good grip as well. So double tapping on the back, as you see, the tap back on works just fine. Dropping down on wireless charging works just fine as well. So here it is, going to be the Tough Armor. Heavy duty protection, the most protection they got when it comes to Spigen for your Google Pixel 6 Pro. All right, so here are the cases for the Google Pixel 6 Pro. We have the Thin Fit, Liquid AIr, Ultra Hybrid, Rugged Armor, Slim Armor CS, and the big boy Tough Armor. So if you made it to the end of this video, you are the GOAT. Shout out to you. But you already know I will leave timestamps down below to each and every case, as well as links to each and one of these cases, so you can go out there and grab yourself some Spigen hotness. But until next time, man, be sure to do the YouTube things. Definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn that bell on so you don't miss out on any future videos on the channel. But until next time, everyone be safe. Catch you on the next one. Later.